Hello guys, this is Dr. Palaniappan Manickam. In this video, we're going to talk about exercise. We have been talking about fasting, we've been talking about decreasing the calorie intake. We're going to focus on burning calories, exercise. We've been discussing in this channel that exercise is only 20% of your overall outcome. If you don't fix the 80% of your diet, the outcome might be delayed. But even in that 20%, there is some trick that you can use to maximize your outcome. That is what we're going to talk about in this video. Let's dive deep into it. If you think you got anything out of this video, please do not subscribe. Please consider donating to our non-profit organization called Aishwaryam Trust in Madurai. We take care of hospice patients who cannot walk, talk or move and who require 24/7 nursing assistance. We provide food, shelter and medical care completely free of cost. Please check the link in the description. If you are living in US, you could consider donation to Vanna Malagal Foundation so that your donation can be tax deductible. The website for Vanna Malagal Foundation is in the description as well. So if we stick to the old concept of calorie in and calorie out, fasting will take care of the calorie in because you are decreasing the calorie intake. But in calorie out, we have been really focused only on exercise. So what does exercise do? Exercise is an activity that increases the thermogenesis, which means the heat component in the body that will burn a lot of calories. And when you include that to the equation, when you are decreasing the calories by intake and increasing the calorie expenditure, obviously the outcome is more, which means weight loss will happen. So we call this as EAT, not that eat. EAT means exercise induced activity thermogenesis. And if you follow my channel very closely, we have talked about this in the past that you should exert your heart rate at least 30 minutes a day for 5 days a week, which will include 150 minutes a week. It doesn't matter whether you do that 150 minutes on a single setting or you split across for the whole week. It is completely up to you. My friend Sarana Kumar is asking, how about multiplying the 150 minutes for the whole 4 weeks and do 600 minutes of exercise on a single day so we don't have to worry about for the whole month? I said first you do 30 minutes a day and then we can figure out later whether you do 600 minutes a day. But if you're new to exercise, many of you like me, when I started this journey, I did not like exercise at all. But still we can make use of this component of activity thermogenesis by doing something called NEAT, N-E-A-T, non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is an often underestimated component of burning calories. So what does NEAT contain? NEAT contains regular activities like standing, typing, walking, gardening. Any movement of your body which you think that it is not an exercise is NEAT. Basically, your body doesn't like to stay still. If you keep moving and do something, the energy expenditure keeps on adding up and the amount of calorie burn might be very significant to a point that even if you don't do that 150 minutes per week, you will still get some benefit out of it. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't do exercise at all. It's just a small trick for you to get going so that you can start seeing results and slowly start to incorporate exercise as well. So in a study, they compared the NEAT energy expenditure between sedentary people and people who are actively working, moving during their work. The NEAT activity was significantly lower in the sedentary lifestyle compared to people who are actively working. And this group of people, even if you give the exact amount of calories on both groups, this group is more linked for obesity. So NEAT is related to all desk jobs and not only for doctors. I told my friend Sarana Kumar that simple walking can also be a component of this NEAT activity. As soon as he heard that, he started walking before eating, in between eating, after eating as he walks just to refill his buffet plate. This is a major problem in people who are spending time on the computer for 7 to 8 hours a day. Some people might think that they are working out for 45 minutes a day and it will compensate for it. But if you include small activities like walking in between your work, that will add up to your outcome significantly that you will be definitely surprised. After lunch, the only time my patient Arokya Sami walks is to get his sugar tablet. So now after the pandemic, everybody is work from home or some kind of hybrid model, work from home for 3 days and working in the office for 2 days. Let's see how you can incorporate NEAT activities in your daily life. So number one, take the stairs. When you are working in the office, if you have to go to the second floor or third floor, please use the stairs, don't use the elevator. If you really want to use the elevator, use the lift to come down and not go up. If you're working from home, make sure that your office is not close to the kitchen, that you just have to walk like 5 or 10 steps to come to the kitchen. Even better, if it is a 2-story house, you could serve food upstairs, so you are forced to climb upstairs in between work. My friend Saravakumar's manager got confused which is kitchen, which is office, which is his room, because everything is in the same place. Number 2, 10,000 steps per day is good, but it is even better if you could do 1,000 steps every hour for 10 hours rather than doing 10,000 steps at the same time. My patient Arakyasamy thought that this was very relatable and started having a relatable goal. For every 1,000 steps, he will eat 1 vada. I said it is not relatable goal, it is eatable goal. Number 3, cooking at home and not taking a takeout. Not only because cooking at home is very healthy, but while you are cooking at home, you'll be cleaning the dishes, you'll be doing some kind of work in between, which will come under non-exercise activity thermogenesis. Please do not underestimate this. Even versus when people go to the restaurant, park their car outside the restaurant and have them delivered to their car. After pandemic, we don't know about NEAT. All we know about is eat. My friend Saravakumar's family, they don't go to the kitchen at all. The only time they go to the kitchen and heat the stove is to reheat the delivered food. Number 4, utilize standing desk during your work. Again, remember, small activities like standing will come under NEAT category, which will burn more calories than what you actually think, which will slowly add up, and that is the goal for all these methods. My patient Arakyasamy loves standing desk, but the problem is the location is bakery. And number 5, the most important thing is walk whenever possible. When you're on a phone, when you are in a Zoom call where you don't have to turn your video on, you could turn off your video and start walking. And don't walk inside the home, because you're going to stop at the kitchen cabinet for 1 murukku, come back again, look at the laptop and go back again and eat 1 mixture. In that case scenario, NEAT activity will be much lower than the EAT activity. And the last tip is, when you're going for grocery shopping, please do not park the car closer to the grocery store. Try to park as far as possible, and in the grocery store, try to walk along all the aisles just to see what they have, but don't pick up that Oreo biscuit and put it in the cart. So let me summarize this video for you. So people following this channel would have adopted this sunrise to sunset method, minimum of 12 hours of time restricted feeding. During this method, the calorie intake will be less. You make sure that your protein content is high, but we are focusing on the calorie expenditure. Obviously, exercise of 150 minutes per week is absolutely amazing, but if you cannot do that due to multiple reasons, at least start including all these NEAT practices in your life. You will be amazed and surprised by the amount of outcome that these activities add up to. I'm very interested in to see what kind of NEAT activities that you are doing or you're going to adopt from all the techniques that we have discussed. Please write down in the comment section. As usual, 1 belly at a time. It is absolutely important. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.